Hello YouTube fam, and welcome to another episode of Fishing That. Yes, it is your boy Rosie, your soon to be #1 YouTube host. Alright family, it has been raining all day for the last 2 days, and it's scheduled to rain 2 more days. So today, y'all will probably get this video on a Monday. You probably won't get another fishing video for a week or so until things kind of get better. But with that being said, we're going to take advantage of that because we have a video I've been dying to bring to y'all. Fam, if you've been around the channel for a while, y'all know that this is how I get my water. 5 gallons of water, I keep on board, but it's bulky, it gets in the way, and it's heavy, and I have a bad back. My solution for that is, to make one of those solar generators, if you will, solar water generators. Now, most people, when they build one of these, they put it on top of their rig, but we are going to, let me get you, look at this pretty face. We're going to build this one and put it beside the bed. It's going in this cover hole right here. So fam, we're going to be doing some testing. We're going to be doing some moving of things around and trying to put this in place, yet be able to carry our fishing net on the side of the bed and the whole 9 yards. And fam, by the way, while we're talking, today's video is partnered with a company called Ogre. They sent me this fan and they said, Roselle, do not do a commercial, do not do an unboxing. Simply use the fan and tell us what you think about it. Give us your honest opinion. And fam, y'all know I get contacted all the time, but I only use things that we can use here on the channel, and I think that would be good for me, and I think that would be good for y'all. So throughout this video, we'll be talking about the Ogre fan, and I'll be telling y'all some of the cool features on this thing. This is actually going to probably replace our fan in the RV that plugs in the wall. We went camping for 5 days. Lady Red asked me for this fan on day 1. I gave her the fan. It was stored underneath the cabinet. Told her where it was. She did not part from this fan for 5 days. She's one of those people who has to have a fan, who sleeps with a fan, who goes outside and to keep the mosquitoes away, the whole 9 yards. This was her best friend for 5 days. So fam, y'all stay tuned. This might be a good one. Alright fam, like I said, the first thing we're going to try to do, we're trying to get rid of this 5 gallon bucket. I think water is like 8.4 pounds, 5 gallons, which you're looking at about 50 freaking pounds of water. This contraption right here is going to be, I think it holds about 3.5 gallons of water, but if we do this right, we won't have to remove it. So this is a 4-inch piece of PVC pipe, 5 inches long. We have a couple of ends. We have a cap on this end, fam. So this end is capped off. Oh, don't want to break anything. This stuff was expensive. So far, fam, we spent about $125 on everything that we bought so far. And I looked at a couple of YouTube videos. And of course, me being me, I made a couple of modifications to the other guys' setup. And this is going to fit on the end. Everybody was taking different stuff and putting the smaller tubes in and gluing them in and putting other tubes on top. I walked through Lowe's for 2 hours in the plumbing section, and I finally stumbled up on everything you need to do this without adding all the additional pipes or whatever. So I simply got another 4-inch with a 2-inch reduction here on the end. I found something with a 2-inch diameter that goes inside, and then we got a cutoff valve, which is going to be our fill port, and it's threaded on the inside, fam. So the first thing we got to do, and this is going to be in the middle. So what we got to do is cut about 1 foot of this pipe off, reattach it. We're going to put this on, reattach that on the end, and then we put this on that end, and that's going to be where we get our water from. So I think that's going to be down like so, and we got to make it all fit in there and be comfortable. So we're not going to seal it up today. We're going to cut everything, put it in place, tighten it in, see if it'll hold a little water, put it in place, and see if it works. All right, family, let's head to the shed where I have my chop saw. All right, fam, after some pushing and shoving and test fitting, I'm thinking that I might have to put this on the other side, and it will not interfere unless I wanted to put that table back in, which I don't think I will. But when I put this in, if y'all can see that, and then I put this end on, and then I'm going to have this on, that is going to be quite the fit in there. I got the bed pulled out, and I won't be able to put that bed back the way I want to, I don't think. It's going to be kind of tight in there. Over easy? Lady Red's cooking your boy a couple of over easy eggs. We're still on that little Weight Watch thing, if I mentioned that in a previous video. So for your boy, we've been on it about 9 days and I lost 7 pounds. Yeah, put that in your pack. All right, fam, let me move y'all over here and let's see if we can. I'm glad that's why you always test fit before you get all up in it. All right, there you go. Can y'all see that? Well, maybe not. Maybe y'all need to be right here. All right. Now, if we just put that right here, mount that right here. Now remember, when this is all over and said and done, this is going to wind up on top like most people do theirs. It's probably going to wind up on top. When I ordered my cargo cover, I didn't order it with luggage racks, and I should have. Now I got to pay an additional $700 to get those racks put on top, and so we're waiting for that. But anyway, fam, so that is that all the way to the end? All right, so we're gonna cut that, then we're gonna put this. So, fam, we may have to go with it like that. But I think once I press that all the way in, that shutoff will be clear. That'll be there. Man, that'll be almost perfect. All right, fam, and we can strap it in, and it won't get in the way of my feet being on the floor or whatever. So I think we're gonna have to go with it on this side, fam. It should fit on the other, the wheel well. The wheel well won't let it fit on that other side. All right, fam, so let's go ahead and cut this thing, and I'll be right back. All right, fam, while we're finishing up this delicious diet lunch with a little eggs and pork broth, I believe it is, protein-based diet, gives us the opportunity to tell you a little bit more about the Ogre fan. This fan is 20,000 milliamps, and at 20 watts, it will charge your phone. It has a charging port in the back, one to charge your phone and one to charge your, or one to charge an item like your phone and one to charge the fan. This fan will run supposedly for 60 hours. So far today, I've been out here since about 7 o'clock. It's about 1 o'clock today, and I haven't cut it off. And I think I told y'all already, the first time Lady Red used this, we were camping for 5 days. For 5 solid days, she used this fan 2 to 3 hours a day. It pretty much did not leave her side, and we did not have to charge it. As a matter of fact, I've only charged it once, and I've had it for 2 weeks, man. This thing is freaking amazing. It has a light on it. Right now, I'm running at about half speed. One of the features I really like about this thing is it's oscillating. You can hit the oscillating button. Check it out, fam. You gotta love it. All right, fam. Another cool feature, which I'll have to show y'all tonight. Now check this out. Now y'all see where it stopped at while it was oscillating? Check this. I cut the fan off. It comes back to home base. or ground zero or whatever you want to call it. There's a couple of ways you can cut it on and off. There's controls in the back and controls in the front. This one, you press the button and it leaves it exactly where you left off at. If you were running at 50%, it shows you your state of charge. Or you can simply take the button and when you crank it down to 25%, which is your fan speed, or you can crank it down to 0 and it cuts the entire unit off, fam. Boom. Cut it back on. I don't know if y'all can see that in the daytime, fam. Check it out. That light. We're gonna go ahead and do some recording later on this afternoon, and I'll drop that in right here, right now. Fam, here's another feature I really, really like. This is a hook. There's a hook on the bottom. This hook is, it pops out like so. Boom. Y'all see that? It pops out and it rotates. You can take this hook and you can turn it around 360 degrees. Fam, just for the purposes of this video, I'm gonna hang it right up here on my strap for my truck. Check it out, fam. So you can hang it, and I can hang it, have it oscillate, or have it turn directly on me. Fam, come on. Now, once again, y'all do know I do not promote items that I do not plan to use on the channel. And I get offers all the time. People offer me stuff like, they offer me a lift system for the garage, which I probably could have used maybe on the Jeep to lift the Jeep top off, but I think my ceilings weren't high enough or something. They offer me lawn sprinkler systems, things I can't use on the channel and things that won't do y'all any good. This, my friend, oh yeah. Family, y'all go check them out and check this out. They're offering y'all, because y'all are friends of the channel, they're offering y'all a 10% discount on an already amazing freaking price. And for all the things this thing will do, I did my research. We checked out all the other fans. A lot of them do similar stuff, but as far as having controls on the front, controls on the back, oscillating, the ability to charge another phone, all at 20,000 milliamps, 20 watts output, 60 hours runtime on low, and that's without the light. Probably about half that if you go half or high with the light on. You're probably going to get about 20 or 30 hours. I will be testing that, and y'all will be seeing this in future videos. Bam. And as far as this fan goes, warranty-wise, it has a 2-year warranty factory. If you purchase it from a second or third party, like Amazon or whatever, you get a 1-year warranty. But once you send in your warranty work or whatever, it adds that additional year back, and you get a 2-year warranty on this thing, just like if you ordered it from the factory, fam. You can't really beat this. And once again, my research has shown there are similar fans out there. A couple of them are a few bucks cheaper, but do not be fooled. They do not have all the features that this has. The lights, the oscillating, the ability to charge your phone, the whole 9 yards, fam. You will be seeing this around the channel. All right, fam, let's go ahead and get in here. We're going to finish our lunch. We're going to get in here and cut this pipe, and we'll be right back. All right, fam, here it goes. You see we just cut our pipe. We cut off 18 inches. I thought that was a good number. So let's go ahead and slide this on. And some of this stuff, I'm gonna have to hammer it back off. I slid that in all the way, and I should have went ahead and put some sealant on it, because that is in to stay. All right, fam, so now, let me put y'all in position so y'all can see exactly what's going on. I know to some of y'all this is not gonna be interesting footage, but to me, I love this kind of stuff. All right, fam, so then we go ahead, slide this in that end. So now, this is our fill port. Our fill port is going to fall, it's a little bit further in than I would have liked, and probably gonna have to turn it out like that a little bit. Can y'all see that? Turn it out The fill port is right here. We'll have to turn that out just a little bit because we put it like that, we won't be able to get a water hose in it. I wonder, should I have put it right on the end? If I would have put it out here like that, nope, I'd have had to have it all the way out here in order, so it doesn't really matter. All right, fam. All right, cool. Trial and error. I'm trying to keep this project below $100. Well, about $125, I think is what I spent so far, because there's a unit on Amazon that I've had my eye on for quite a while. It's a container similar to this, black, and it has an air pump on it that you can pump pressure into it. It has a little water hose on it. That thing is like 300 freaking bucks. I've been eyeing it for a while, but I'm like, I know I could build it cheaper. If I fail, and I lose this, but I think this is gonna work. All right, fam, so let's drag that back out. Ooh, that thing wasn't turned on me, that fan. Holy smoke. I'm telling y'all, this morning when I was working in the garage when it was raining, I took this fan and I put it in the window, and I opened the window and let it suck that cool rain air in with a little bit of mist. Game changer, fam. Oh, speaking of mist, this thing is not waterproof, but it's splash resistant. And exactly what I did this morning by putting it in the window, a little bit of that mist, sucking a little bit of that mist, throw it on me, that's what it can do. Now, you cannot submerge it in water. If you have it with you on the beach and it falls in the water, it's pretty much game over, but it is splash proof. So putting a little water through it, or it getting caught up in a little light shower and missing that rain on you, no problem at all, fam. Genius. Anyway, back to our regular schedule programming. All right, fam, so we're going to put the end on this. Now, I think pressurized, it'll work. I probably should have had this built, and I can go back and get another piece of pipe and turn it out. But I think I want this upside down. Now, if I can support that, nope. Okay, what we're gonna have to do then is to the side, like so. And that's why you test fit before you glue. All right, boom. All right, fam. Man, that's gonna stick out too far. I don't like that. I don't want to have to hit anything when I get out of bed in the morning and put my feet down. So this is gonna have to be up, just like that. All right. So pressurized, it shouldn't be a problem. If I wanted to use it gravity fed and just have water come out, that's not going to work. Let me see something. Bam. I kind of don't know, why did I get that extra piece? I think I thought I wanted it curved up, but check that out. I don't even need this. That's probably about $4 or $5 I can get back and make this even a cheaper project. I probably did that because of hooking the water hose to it. I understand why people now though, I see why people, actually I bought this apparatus. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to get all of my water out of here. Let's see something. I know this won't work. Hold on, fam, I'll be right back. All right, fam, I went and got one of my pump heads to see if maybe I could use that on the end, but I really want that spray nozzle. I want that water hose effect anyway. I want to see if maybe that would fit, but it doesn't. And we temporarily could use it until we got, oh, there's another thing too. I'm waiting from Amazon on a bicycle, a tire nozzle. So we can have that inserted and we can put air in it, like maybe 20 pounds of air, and that air forces the water out to put pressure on it, and then you can spray with some distance. If not, you're just gonna have a gravity-fed system. All right, family, we're gonna play around with this a little bit more, and we'll bring y'all back to see where our progress we've made. Y'all stay tuned. All right, fam. I literally thought I had figured this thing out and had outsmarted all the other YouTubers that was doing this. I'm like, why didn't they just grab one of these and grab one of these that was threaded, put the pipe in the end of it, and call it a day? Bam. That's why you test this stuff before you glue it and fit it. If I put this on the end and fill this up with water, check that out. The water is going to be here. There's no way for me to get the water, maybe a gallon or so, but that's why everybody takes this, puts a regular cap on the end, whoa, and then they drill a hole. Matter of fact, let me show you from the other end. They drill a hole and put this kind of at the base, because that's where you're going to get the most water. It's not even here. And most people mount theirs on the roof. It's a solar shower setup. They paint it black so the sun will heat it up. I want to modify mine for the moment and have it inside. I think we still can do it, but I simply need to get a regular cap. Since I already have my fill right here, I'll buy another cap like so. Probably can return some of this stuff and get some of my money back. Drill a hole and screw this in. Drill it just small enough, heat it up, and screw this in. If I have enough room to mount this up here without all the other stuff, bam, we got ourselves something. So we're gonna go ahead, since we're not fully prepared. This was just a learning mission. We're gonna bring this video in for a landing. One other thing I want to show you about the Ogre fan before we go, fam. The one thing I left out intentionally, and it's to me one of the most amazing features. Bam. Get my water contraption out of the way. Are y'all ready? Check this out. Let me bring y'all in a little bit closer. This is worth a close-up. Bam. Bam. Check it out. One thing this thing has that most of the other fans do not have is a remote control. That's the buttons you see on the back. Boom, bam. Turn this thing around. And everything that you could do on the front, you can do from 16 feet away with this. Off. On. Fan speed plus, 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 lights, plus, 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 minus. Now don't think you can turn the light off, or can you? You can turn it off, but I don't think there's just a dedicated off button to the lights. Hold on, before I lie to y'all. Another feature that it has is a timer. You can set this thing on 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I think you can set the timer up to 6 hours or more, fam. Bam. Where else? For the low price, remember, a 10% discount, and I'll leave a code for y'all in the description below. Tell them Rosie sent y'all. This is a game changer. Y'all know I got those fishing hats with the fans in them. With that, in combination with this fan that you can feel from at least 15 feet away, I should be able to keep the gnats out of my fishing game altogether, fam. Once again, y'all will be seeing this in upcoming videos. Fam, once again, y'all go to Ogre, tell them thank you. Even if you don't purchase anything, leave them a note saying Rosie sent you. You went around and you shopped and you looked at all their stuff, and you wanted to let them know that you're a friend of the family, of the Roselle Simpson TV Fishing Net family, and that you wanted to support them. Family, with that being said, if y'all enjoyed this video, this is different. It's all about fishing, but it's how we're going to clean our fish in the future and how we're going to clean up our cutting boards and our fishing area. All right, fam, if y'all enjoyed this video, y'all give us a thumbs up. And if you love what we're doing here at Fishing That, consider becoming a subscriber. And if you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so you be notified every time we drop one of these awesome videos. It's your boy Rosie. Peace. Mm-hmm.